Welcome to Coffee and RPGs. My name is Solomon S. Kane. Thank you for tuning in our first episode of a weekly series of Black Desert Online updates. We do have a lot of content to go over, so if you guys got your coffee or beverage of choice, let's go over them together. Cheers to you guys. So we're going to go slightly out of order. The first major update I wanted to cover actually is the revamped skill window. And it says here in the patch notes that we've combined each skill's level together to present each class's skill in a more intuitive structure, and added a skill preset button you can use to save skill configurations before making any changes. Rather than just kind of mundanely going over the patch notes, I'd actually rather show you instead. And as you can see here, we are on my main, my level 61 Musa. And when you press K, you'll notice that it will take up the entire screen rather than having just a little window as from before. This time, rather than having a small window of a video playing, you'll actually get the full thing here. So first things first, one of the major things that they described is the skill preset buttons here. As you can see, they're both locked, even though I'm level 61 and even though I've completed both Awakening and Secession quest lines. So what you have to do is hit the button for your Black Desert or your little Black Spirit friend, and you'll have the quests right here that you need to get in order to unlock those. Then go ahead and open up your inventory and use the skill coupons. But there are a few things to consider before you delve into the skill preset system. It says here you can save skill presets anytime, but in order to load a skill preset, you will either need to have a secret book of Old Moon activated and be in a safe zone, or find a skill instructor, Also, using a secret book of Old Moon to load previously saved skill presets will lock you out for 1 hour, so it has a 1 hour cooldown. But while taking a skill talking to a skill instructor, only has a 10-minute cooldown as well. I'd imagine that you could actually use this system to save one for PvE and one for PvP. And one thing to note that you'll also see in the patch notes, that if you hold shift and click on the actual skill button, it'll actually go all the way to the top tier, or as much as you can depending on your level, like so. I'll do it again over here, like so. Again, that's holding shift if you want to automatically get to the highest tier. Also, you will notice that you actually have these little carrots at the top right hand corner, and you can actually separate them in terms of passive, secondary skill, and main skills, which is a really nice feature in terms of organization. So I am actually with the skill instructor here in Calpheon, and I actually went ahead and made 2 skill presets, one Secession and one Awakened. So I'm going to go ahead and try to switch between the two here. And it looks like you're able to do so, but again, I have a 10-minute cooldown here, as you can see. So again, at the top, you can see here, you got your main weapon. You also have your Awakening up here, but if you're under Secession, it will say Secession, and then skill enhancement as well. You also have your quick slot settings down here. If you click on that, and you can always drag down whatever skill that you want to, and the pop-out menu down here below. Again, you have your skill cooldown slot. You also have the Black Spirit Rage and everything down here on the bottom as well. So it will take a little bit to get used to, because we've been using the previous system for years now. But in my honest opinion, I think this is a step in the right direction. Again, it will take some time, in my opinion, to get used to, but I mean, it won't take that long. The second thing I wanted to cover are the new male hairstyles for all the classes, it seems like. Again, going back over to my Musa, I'm going to go ahead and press F4. Go on over to hair. And I'm guessing it's these 3 hairstyles that you see right over here on the right of the bald style. Now, when you do click on it, you have to press enter, which is kind of annoying. But yeah, I'm guessing it's these 3 hairstyles for the males that are new. So again, arguably, in my opinion, those are the 2 most important, or interesting, at least, when it comes to the updates that we got today. So we'll take it from the top and go over what's new for the event and system. We're getting another upgrade for the Black Spirits Adventure, or BSA PSA as you'll see it in the server chat. From today until July 22nd, you could actually roll up to 5 times per day, which is really nice. There's also a Blackstone drop rate boost as well going from today as well as July 22nd. Again, enjoy an increased drop rate of Blackstone weapons and Blackstone armor as well. And this goes on 24/7, so you don't have to like log in a specific time, unlike some of the other updates that we will be covering soon. And this boost does apply to all servers, including Olvia, Arsha, and the season servers as well. And some of the ongoing events that we still have is Tapu's Golden Travel event, which will end on July 15th, as well as the Hot and Cool event. There's 2 events for this one, and this will go on until further notice, it says here. And if you don't remember this one, this is the one where you actually get a bonus in XP boosts and skill boosts at a specific time of the day, which you get more of during the weekend rather than the weekdays. And then there's also, again, event number 2, which will end on July 15th. And I think this is the one where you actually get the free item boost scrolls for playing a certain amount of time, but correct me if I'm wrong. They've brought back the Refer a Friend promotion, and that's going up until July 15th. The 2 events that did end is the Papu or Otter and the Papua Crinia, or I'm not even sure if I'm pronouncing that right, so I do apologize. The launch event has ended as well. Also, they had an SNS caption this contest, and the winners have been announced. Some of them are pretty funny, but I won't be going over them for the purposes of time. So they did revamp the Rich Merchant's Ring in their next major update, and it goes on to say that the Rich Merchant's Ring is notoriously difficult, in some ways impossible to obtain. Therefore, we have decided to add a new way to obtain this item. In addition, we also revamped the ring's effect. And it goes on to say that we created the Old Moon Trade Pass, which will allow you to have a taste of the Rich Merchant's Ring effect for one use, to motivate those who are seeking to obtain the Rich Merchant's Ring. Sightings of the Rich Merchant's Ring pieces have been reported all over the continent. One adventurer has compiled all these reports into the following clues. The 4th piece will be available in the Odalita update. Odalita? I still don't know how to pronounce that, so I do apologize. So as you can see here, there's different pieces that you gain given the clues that we have, and I'm pretty sure if you go over to their Reddit page or whatever, you could actually find the exact locations if you're choosing to farm these ring pieces. So in terms of the temporary one, you could actually get something called a shimmering piece of the Old Moon and bring it to Chloe, who will also exchange it for the Old Moon Trade Pass that I was talking about earlier. And it says that you can obtain shimmering piece of the Old Moon through various means. So I'm guessing that if you're on just grinding out in Titanium Valley or you're at Blackstar, I'm guessing that these pieces will drop there. And as if there wasn't already enough to do in the game, they're adding another adventure log. And it says here, added the new adventure log, Pavino Greco's collection. And this is the infamous, and it says in quotations, novelist storage keeper in Euphoria Port. Again, this is pretty straightforward. All you have to do is talk to the Black Spirit, go over the quest, and it says adventure log reading session or season. Or maybe it did say session, I'm not sure. Anyways, accept the quest. Oh, it did say season. I'm going to go ahead and ride over to Portaferia. And again, talk to the storage keeper here to complete the quest. So even if you open your bookshelf, you'll see that you still haven't unlocked it. He does give quests though, so if you press that, you'll get 2 quests here. Puresh's Formula, if I'm saying that again, I'm probably butchering it. And also Seeking Darkness. So yeah, the 2 books that you have to buy here, you're reading that right. It's going to cost you 10 gold bars for one of them, and the other one here is going to cost you 5 gold bars, which comes out to a total of 1.5 billion if I'm doing my math correctly, which is insane. So I hope you have the silver if this is something that you're really looking forward to do. And moving on, they fixed an issue where enemies under debuff effects would appear in irregular locations. And in terms of the class changes, they're all about the Black Spirit Absolute and the Black Spirit Prime skills. They're either getting a buff or a nerf depending on what class that you are playing. And yeah, it just seems to be that in terms of its PvP skills at least. And I know the Tamer has gotten a pretty bad nerf this past update, and it looks like you're getting another nerf. It says reduced Black Spirit All around spinner levels 1 through 4 PvP damage has been reduced by approximately 21%. So sorry for tamers out there. And it seems like other classes are getting, you know, an increase in damage output. I don't know what the reasoning is behind it. I'm not going to go over every single class here, but as you can see, it's all involving the Black Spirit skills one way or another. Now, there are a few item changes in the Pearl shop. And honestly, it's nothing special, nothing new. A lot of items here have been on a discount. A lot of costumes, obviously, and pets. But if you're looking for undergarment, it's actually 50% off. Although if you do want to wait, they do occasionally do a 90% off on the undergarments as well. So for those of you who are playing your season characters and trying to increase your Truvala gear, they've added 8 new weekly quests, as you can see here in this list, and now you could actually defeat centaurs and even defeat cadres. So long list of other potential enemies to grind and kill 2 birds with 1 stone. Also, there is a huge list of interface changes. They're all very subtle in my opinion. I haven't really noticed anything different or out of the ordinary. They've also squashed a lot of issues or bugs. For example, the Dark Knight fixed a graphical issue with the ornament not disappearing. Also fixed an issue where certain Grania and Papua Crania dailies did not appear as available. And as always, I will have the links to these patch notes down in the pinned comment section below if you want a more comprehensive look at the changes. And that concludes today's episode of Black Desert Online Weekly Updates. I do appreciate it if you made it with me so far, because the watch time does help with the algorithms. And if you haven't done so, please consider hitting the subscribe button and the bell notification icon as well if you feel as though I have earned your subscription. Any support is definitely appreciated. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for joining me. I will let you guys go. Hope you have a blessed night, and I will see you guys next time. Cheers again, everyone.